What's up, otakus? Your tour guide's back. So, I'm keeping it kind of quiet. I'm hoping you can hear me just fine. Uh, Family sleeping. I just got back from the airport. I spent the week in Rochester, New York. I was there for um, some work-related issues, and it was had some free time after work, so I coordinated two trips. Um, One was on Monday. On Monday, we went to Rhino's Comics, and I want to give a shout out to I think his name's Chet, the owner. Very nice shop. Both shops are really really good, but they're very different, and we'll get into that. Um, and then I also want to give a shout out to Mike, uh, the owner of Bartertown Collectibles. Bartertown. And that shop we visited on Thursday, which was yesterday. Um, so I'm going to show you what we picked up. We only spent $50. We spent $20 at Rhino's, and we spent $30 at Bartertown. We'll get into what we got. So I have my books right here. I had to pack these books in my bags, make sure they didn't get damaged or anything. And now we have them. All right, so these books I kind of mixed them up. So I guess I should separate them into where I got the shops, since I'll be talking about the shops I'll be talking about the shops in detail. Just want to make sure all the books. Let's see here. This one we got yesterday. This one we got. Those are from yesterday. These are from Monday, and Monday. Okay. Let's start with the first shop, Rhino's Comics. Rhino's Comics. Go check out the video. I think I posted two short videos where I just kind of walk through the shop, and maybe I could show it. Would it be worth showing? I guess we could, yeah. Kind of put stuff into context. No, let's just, well, check out the video. It's just a short video. Could probably watch it. Hey, what's up, fanboy? Yeah, I figured I'd go live. I just got back from the airport. I literally landed, got back home. Kid and wife are sleeping, and I took a shower. Didn't even unpack. I just kind of took a shower. Kind of got ready for bed, and then I decided I'd hop on because I do want to organize these books, kind of put them in nicer bags and boards if I have to. And yeah, it's quite a treat. I'm gonna save the book of the haul here, kind of put things in order, and that should be it. Okay, so I guess we'll just start. So Rhino's Comics, nice shop. They have a really interesting So I went. The timing was really ideal because when I went in there, they were having a sale, um, and so they had every like bag. You can see it right here. It has this like color marking. It either has a sticker, something like this, has a sticker on there. It's colored, or it has like a marking. I think this one has a marking too. Oh no, it doesn't. Um, most of them should have markings at the top of the book or a sticker. Ah, I know why these don't have markings. So okay, here's an example. There's a sticker right there. Okay, so they were having a sale, and anything priced uh, $6 or less was half off. So for example, I kind of showed it off already. This She-Hulk book, $8, not on sale, no half price. Um, but the nice thing was, uh, on a book that wasn't on sale, they'd give you 15% off, like a normal price book. So um, yeah, that $8 book I think got a 15% price drop, but the others were 50% off, and they had dollar bins. So everything was pretty fairly priced. They would take the grade into consideration. They would price it kind of based on the grade, and then they would color mark the stickers, and the color mark was just really I think like a price range. It was usually like, for example, orange might be like the $5 range, blue might be like the 3 to whatever $10 range or whatever, and then greens were kind of like the higher um, price books. I didn't really understand with all the color markings, um, but they had like these price ranges, and again, I didn't really understand, but I did. Again, he did explain that like everything under $6 would be 50% off. So we focused on finding stuff that was $6 or less. And then the color markings had like that, again, that price range. So if you got like a blue marker, that would be like $5. If it didn't have a price on it, it'd be like $5. If you had like a yellow, right? A yellow would be $3 for the book. So that would be automatically $1.50, and things like that. Um, but again, they had dollar bins, and I guess we'll start there. We found some good stuff in the dollar bins. We found Uncanny X-Men 272. Not in the not in the best shape. It's got a couple bends here in the corner. It's got several spine ticks. It's got kind of like a blunted corner there. And I shouldn't say blunted, just like a rounded corner. But it is a newsstand copy, and I didn't have a newsstand of this, so got this for 50 cents. Yeah, newsstand, Uncanny X-Men 272, 50 cents. I'll do that all day long. We also got a newsstand, Uncanny X-Men. This is the wedding, the marriage of Jean and Scott, key issue. I have two copies of this, both in direct edition. This is my third copy, but it is in the newsstand edition. So really clean copy too. I mean, it's take a look at the spine. Pretty clean copy for finding it raw in the dollar bin. Of course, we put it in this bag so it wouldn't get damaged. But yeah, very high grade copy for. Well, I wouldn't say high grade. It's like VF plus, probably near mid minus range. Probably would uh, improve with the press. So 50 cents. 50 cents. All right. So starting off, spent $1. Again, I spent $20 at Rhino's Comics. Here's another 50-cent comic book that we picked up. This is what I don't have in the collection yet, and that's Punisher War Journal number 12. Some early classic Jim Lee. Again, 50 cents. Pretty good shape, VF plus condition. No creases or anything like that. Just, little issues here and there. Put it in the VF range. All right. So far we've spent $1.50. We've picked up 3 books. Good hunting. Good hunting. All right, and then these other books we got we got a big pile of books that we actually pulled out, and then the drill. You kind of like have a budget in mind you want to stay in, and we took out books that we prioritize books. We picked up the ones that we really wanted. This one we paid $2.50, and it's a great Ballin cover. Wonder Woman 95. This is one we didn't have. You got Cheetah, Poison Ivy, fighting Wonder Woman in her new sort of modern digs. Not bad. I don't hate that costume. I do prefer the classic costume, of course, as most of us probably do. But yeah, $2.50 for this one. So yeah, we haven't spent a lot, but definitely all of these are like again, like for 50 cents, I picked up some doubles. I don't mind doing that. Didn't have this one. Didn't have this one. Now this next one is probably the most we spent on a book, and this did not have a discount. It was just $8 minus 15%, I think, or something like that. Or it might have just been $8, but we picked up Sensational She-Hulk number 39. Now it's got issues. It's like probably a VF. I'd say it's a fine copy. It's got some bends in the book here at the bottom. Here you can see right there. You can see right there, and then it's got these spine issues there right across the book. Spine's, it's got spine takes up and down the book, but really a lot of wear there right around the staple. No major creases or anything like that. Could definitely improve with the press, but yeah, I mean, this is a Byrne classic cover. Get a good look at She-Hulk. I love these. Like, don't get the wrong idea. I'm only doing this because it makes a good cover, of course, and that's why we're buying it. So yeah, added this classic cover to my collection. Again, fine plus $8. I would agree with the assessment there. Fine plus. I would put it at a fine actually, but this guy, the shop, thought it was a fine plus. Right? I would love to collect the entire run. It's a pricey one. There's some pricey books in there, but we almost picked up the jump rope. That's really one I want to pick up, the jump rope issue. I almost picked it up for like $120. Sorry, 240 for a 9.6 graded copy, CGC graded copy. I almost paid 240 for it, but I decided to wait until after Canada, and then when I got back, it was gone. Russ had sold it, so sometimes when you wait on stuff, it doesn't work out. That was not an Unmyung book this summer. Yeah, I mean, if you can pick up again, like $8 for this book, that's pretty good. I would say it's not perfect. It's not high grade, but it presents well enough, and you just kind of want to just pick it up for the cover. All right. The next set of books are going. You're gonna enjoy this. You're gonna enjoy this, B. Um, these next books are not so. Let me put some context in here. I went to Rhino's Comics on Monday. Okay, and Monday, I wasn't. It wasn't like I was searching for these books. I know it may come across like that because it's so late. Like today is what, Saturday or Friday? Sorry, Friday, and it's gonna, from your perspective, it's like, yeah, this news has been out and blah blah blah. So you probably picked them up based on the news and all that. No, I picked these up on Monday, and I had no. Um, Now I did know, crypto's coming. I think the crypto announcement was like a while back, but it wasn't. It was kind of more like speculatory, like, oh, you may see crypto kind of thing. There was no real confirmation, but apparently, like James Gunn did a post, really sort of it was like I guess a teaser trailer with Superman and crypto sitting on the moon looking at the Earth, and just a really nice kind of like dog and owner type moment, right? So again, I didn't have any inkling of that kind of announcement or news when I went into Rhino's Comics on Monday. I was just looking for books, and I had this book on my wish list. Um, and this is what we picked up: this Alex Ross cover of Crypto, and it's just a really nice crypto cover there. And again, this is like just trending now because of that teaser trailer by, or that announcement by Gunn. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful cover. It's a. I mean, if you like Alex Ross art, it's a must-have, right? He just gets the look right. Okay. Now Crypto's had his own like animated movie. Um, it makes sense to that Superman would be, you know, a dog lover and have a great dog with superpowers, of course. um, so that's just a cool thing. Yeah, I want to see the super pets. You're talking about super pets, right? Yeah, I actually want to see it. Because there's a lot of super pets. I mean, there's like Batman's cat, right? Does he have a cat? Um, Although that's kind of cheesy. Batman's cat is kind of cheesy. Or is it Supergirl's cat? I just forget. I forget who all the pets belong to. But there's like a horse. There's a monkey. There's all kinds of super pets. Um, I think Batman has a pet too, and I'm assuming it's a cat, but it could be something different. All right, so the next books we picked up. This is the next book we picked up related to the crypto is this. So again, I didn't go in there with the intention of picking up crypto or anything, but this was a cool cover, and then I found this. Um, really beat up copy. But what was interesting is like this was again $5, half off. So I got this for 250, and I thought 250 for low grade crypto cover. This is a great cover, by the way. Uh, I'm just gonna let you read it here. The super dog that replaced crypto, and you see crypto going, ugh, that double crossing super pooch. He's stolen my master from me. Now he's the top dog of the universe. And yeah, you know, this dog is evil, of course. He's I think Brainiac's dog or something like that. Forget the storyline, but he's um he's a evil dog. They're trying to trick Superboy into doing something, and Crypto can't do anything because he's chained. He has a kryptonite chain. That would kill the dog. Come on, let's not put Crypto in a kryptonite chain. All right, so Ace the Bat Hound. Okay, so it is a bat dog, powerless bat dog, but I guess they're friends. All right, all right, and this is the last one, and this one it's a beat up book, very beat up. Um, it's actually got a rip like right across the front of the cover. It's got a hole on the front cover. Like there's actually a hole, and it's just beat up. There's like little rips on the side, but it actually doesn't. It doesn't look that bad. But this is a book like in a high grade. It's probably something um, I wouldn't have been able to pick up. I don't know. Maybe a mid grade book. We would have spent a good chunk of change on getting this book, but yeah, there's like a stain on here. It's really low grade, but we picked up Superboy 80. This is the first appearance of Kara and Kal-El when he's young. So she travels back in time and just kind of spends the day with him, and they do all these like super things together. It's their first meeting in comic books. So again, we got this. I had the opportunity to pick up Four-Star Spectacular number 6 yesterday. Is that is that crypto? Is that like a key crypto appearance? First appearance? Okay, Four-Star Spectacular 6. I gotta look that up. Is that like I'm assuming it's a Superman book. Okay, but it's a crypto book. Yeah, what's gonna be fun is like I think when we've had Superman movies in the past, um, we've never gotten crypto. We've had a the Clark farm. We've had a dog on the farm because I think Smallville they had a dog on Smallville. His name was not Crypto. It was like just a your average like farm dog. Didn't have any powers, just a regular dog. And they've had dogs I think since then, but we've never gotten like Super Dog. We never got Crypto. So that is one I think really, really thoughtful and comic accurate, and really I think um, great character. Ultimately, I think Crypto is going to be a great character. I really hope like you know we do get to see him like flying around and being a hero. Like dogs are heroic. They do heroic deeds every day. In fact, I was at the airport and they had drug sniffing dogs there, and you know They had all kinds of. They have all kinds of like dog rescue dogs and dogs who work with police, and these dogs are intelligent, and so I think you could masterfully. I know it's hard to see a dog with a cape flying around and that being believable, but you know what I mean. They could make it work, and I'm glad they're introducing him. So that's great. Okay, I'll take a look at it. All right, so this book has again many issues. You can see the hole in the book right there. You can see the rip goes all the way across, and then you got like a rip here. You got like a ragged spine. Um, the book is technically like the cover's still attached. It's just the again that part of the book that makes it. But again, I picked this up for $2.50. I'm not complaining. Even in low grade, I would say this is worth more than that. 250. I got I got Scott's old books. Whoever Scott was, he felt like you know he needed to tell the world that these books were his. Scott, and take good care of your books. They're mine now, though. So I'm taking. I just inherited Scott's books here for 250 a pop, $5. So that was our haul. Yeah, five, paid three for this one. This was not on sale. This is just a $3 book. So 5, 8, 16, 1850, 19, 1950, 20. Yeah, so we spent $20 for this little stack from Rhinos, which is really a good stack. I think I got a lot of value, to be honest. You know, and the value comes from these low grade, just fun Silver Age key books. This is a key book. It's again their first meeting. This is not a key book, but I can see it becoming a key book because I do believe it's the first meeting between these pet nemesis, and I'm sure we'll see. This dog's name is Swifty, so I'm sure we'll see Swifty in an upcoming animated, crypto animated feature. They're their his arch nemesis. I would be I would bet money that we'll get some version of this, like some version of this in an animated, because that would just totally be awesome to see Swifty make his appearance in pop culture. Okay. Um. All right. So that was Rhino's comics, and I really liked it. So Rhinos was very organized. You could find um, pretty much any comic book because they had everything alphabetized. They had things by like sections, like image books, horror books, dollar bin books. 90. They had a whole 90s sort of image indie section as well. But then you had your standard Marvel DC kind of mixed by alphabetic order. So it was really easy to find stuff. Um, and yeah, I just kind of focused on the stuff I liked and picked out, and that's kind of what we got. Didn't go crazy, but $20, thought that was good. And we kind of went to, um, so on Thursday, we decided to hit up Bartertown. The reason I went to Bartertown because it was kind of close to where I was working. I didn't have a lot of time to like go drive very far. So um, just kind of stayed close. And Bartertown actually looked pretty good. It was more of a toy shop, but they sold everything. Like they were just like toys, cards, everything. Now go and watch that short because you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The owner, Mike, is a hoarder. He's a hoarder of this, pop culture stuff. And I was talking to Mike. First off, that the shop has a lot of stuff in it, just toys, games. I mean, you name it, everything. Action figures. That he just had like old GI Joe still in the packaging, just lying around. Like that's expensive stuff, but he just had it scattered here and there. It was very chaotic in that shop, and nothing had pricing on it. It was like you had to bring it to him, and he would price it there. He'd tell you what the price was. So I asked him. I came in. I was like, "Do you have comic books?" He's like, "Yep." He's like, "This side sort of DC stuff, this side sort of Marvel stuff. None of it's really organized." Um, and then so I asked about Wonder Woman. He's like, "This is, I think, this you'll find Wonder Woman in these three boxes." And I kind of asked him, "Okay, so would this be? Ball and run Wonder Woman?" He's like, $3. So I kind of had an idea like where he was pricing stuff. He was trying to price things close to book, and of course he was keeping like tabs on the grade as well. So if it wasn't um, in the best shape, he would kind of price it accordingly. But yeah, he wasn't really. There weren't any like dollar books. In fact, there was like a uh, Spider-Man 2099 issue one, $20 book if it's in near mid. But that was like mid grade to low grade book. And to be honest, it would, yeah, I mean, it would be a $3 book. And he priced it at $3. Um, but really, like, it should have been priced, I think, fairly, to be fair, it should have been priced lower, like a dollar book or something. But I knew I wasn't going to get, like, he wasn't giving good pricing at initially, like quoting good pricing. But again, this shop's called Barter Town. So I guess Um, the whole concept of the shop is you bring stuff up, he tells you a price, and you barter, uh, you negotiate the price. So that's what we did. We brought a bunch of books up, like a stack of books, and he's like, this is the $10 pile. I'll put all the things that are $10 in the $10 pile. I'll put all the things in the $3 pile. This is the $5 pile, and this is like the high price pile because there were some Todd McFarlane Batman books in there, and like he had a Dragon Ball Z first issue, which is like $100, $75. It was pristine. And when I brought that up, he didn't price it. He's like, "This is part of a set. I know you pulled it out, but I was planning to sell it as part of a set, so I'm just gonna take this out." He just took it out. He wouldn't let me buy it, which is fine. I couldn't afford it anyway. Um, so we're gonna go over the books that we picked out. And we spent $30 here. And I just want to say, like, what's great about Mike's what's great about Mike's little pricing thing is he actually is very knowledgeable about comic book pricing. He's like that's a first appearance. Like I think on some of the older books, he's like, Psh. But he does kind of miss stuff as well. And there was one book in particular where he priced it, and what I appreciate about Mike was he didn't when he realized what the book was, he didn't change the price. And I appreciate about that. But at the same time, I think because he gave such a good price on the book I picked up, he wasn't going to because I was kind of like, can you give it for this price? And he's like, no. So he wouldn't budge on it that much. So initially, let me just go over well, I'm just going to go over the pricing first, like what he priced it at, and we'll total it up, and then I'll reveal ultimately the barter price, the price we were able to get it down on. Okay, so and I did pick up again. There's a lot of value in this book, in this haul. So I am thankful to Mike. I think in terms of pricing, I probably got the better deal, because there are just again some really nice books in here. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the book of the haul at the very end. We'll start with this. Okay. So, I brought this book up, Superboy, Neil Adams cover. It's a little great copy. I put in the VG range, the very good range. It's not terrible, but it's got some it's got some, what do you call it? Just like a cover. What do you call that? I'm trying to think. There's just like tape, like it was like the paper pulled off there, cover pulled off. A lot of just creasing along the edge, but not horrible. Not the worst thing. I have I picked up this book in the summer. It's actually in worse condition than this one, because this one's like the cover's like kind of hanging on for dear life, but like the tape, you can see there's like some staple pull there, bottom there. It's like right. But at least this one, the cover is like spine's better in terms of the quality. Yeah, this is, I would say, better quality than this one. This one's like got creases, a lot of issues, but it does present really, really nice. This one too presents pretty nice. Like, yeah, okay. So again, these are classic Neil Adams covers from Superboy run. $3. Happy to do it. This next one also. So I picked up this one during the summer for $7. A lot of issues. Probably overpaid for this. Because there's like staining there. There's a corner crease there. Just really sort of like a mid-grade book. But this one's in a lot better shape. So we picked this one up from Bartertown. Much better shape. It's still got an issue there. It's got a little bit of a corner crease there. There's also a back. The back's kind of folded in. That can be pressed out though. But yeah, I just picked up another copy because it was better than my previous copy. I paid $7 for this, and now I regret having done that because I picked up a nicer copy for $3. But yeah, this is just, I don't mind picking up more copies of this one, but this will be my better copy now, and this will go out of this nice back and board. So $3 on this one as well. And then we picked up this X-Men Forever. So I have the bottom. So let me give context to what this is. When X-Men 1 came out, um, all the different books had different like pinups. Um, so along with the covers being different, the interiors were also different. And I think this pinup was in the gatefold edition. The gatefold edition had this kind of long fold out, and it's basically a big long poster of the team. Well, they reprinted X Men One. And they this is, I'm sure, like during the anniversary or whatever of this release. They entitled it X Men Forever, but it's a reprint. And they, as the cover, they put it in two variants. For the top half of that poster and the bottom half of that poster. Well, I have the bottom half of the poster edition. Now I have the top half. Pick this up for $3. So yeah, you just got the '90s team there, and it's Jim Lee goodness. So nostalgic. Everybody remembers this image. This was just like peak Jim Lee Marvel goodness. Peak X-Men Marvel goodness too. Was what was going on at the time. Boom. So yeah, $3 for this. So we're already at $9 here. 3 books, $9. This is the book that we picked two more books up for $3. I was up in Rochester, upstate New York, and Bartertown was in like Webster, that area. All right, so two more books we picked up for $3. We picked up this book for $3. Now this is an example of where Mike is on top of like older books. Older books, he knows, like like you brought up a first edition, first appearance in a Bronze Age or Silver Age book. Mike would probably know the value of it and all that. Um, Mike's a big horror guy, so he collects probably Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age horror. Because when you say you're a horror guy, that's the era that you probably are collecting. Who knows? Maybe he's collecting all ages of horror, but again, horror's heyday was um, those eras. And but like on a book like this is a key book. This is a $15 book, to be honest. And there's nothing in the condition that would warrant it to be anything lower than 10, right? Um, it's again, high grade copy. Probably could use a press, but it was sitting in there raw. I pulled it out, um, looked at the condition, really decent. And it's one this is a book I've been wanting to pick up, but every time I go to a shop where it's priced at like 10, 15, some places have this at like as high as like 20 and 25. But Mike priced it at 3, right? Because he just probably looked at the Wonder Woman book and thought, he didn't, I don't think he keyed on that it was a key book. But anyway, you know, I'd say 3 is still fair. I mean, It's not like this is a, it's at the first appearance of the modern cheetah, um, who's different than the old school cheetah. I forget her name, something Minerva. But yeah, so it's a key first appearance, but not a huge book. So again, $3. Got some value on this one. This next one is an absolutely, I mean, I would say this is like a near mint book. It's got like one spine taken. That is it. It's a beautiful book in very good condition. Um, we picked up the beautiful Dave Stevens cover here, special edition of The Rocketeer. And this one I felt like I took advantage of him a little bit. He priced it at $3, but it's a $25 book. So I got a great deal on this one. And I think it's just because he didn't I don't think he cared about the value of like a Dave Stevens book, or maybe he wasn't on top of all that stuff. But yeah, this was a nice find. Yeah, for $3, this is again $25 book. In absolute like tip top condition there. This one has, I think, uh, a lot of pinups, Rocketeer and like good girl type pinups in this one, which I didn't check to see if it had, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say, based on the condition, that it has the pinups. In fact, let's do it. Let's open it up. Do a live reveal for you here. You know, for those of you who watch my channel, I hate to take out my books, but in this instance, we just want to verify the pinups are in there or not. Uh, yeah, the pinups are in here. And they're part of the book, so boom. So there you go. Okay, page pinups are there. Beautiful book, beautiful art book. This is like, if you love Dave Stevens art, there's a lot of good art in the book. So yeah, I've been picking up Dave Stevens here and there. I'm still not like going after his stuff, but um, I do like his art for sure, and I do see why people like want to collect him. And right now, like again, if you can pick up all the books I picked up of his, um, have been just really good value, really good deals on them. So if I get a good deal on a book, I'm more apt to pick it up. But that is a great book. All right, all right. So again, we have $15 worth of books that Dave quoted. Okay. All of these are three, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so we have 15 books, $15 Dave's quoted on the books. Got 2 more books to share. So this one, Dave quoted 10. He quoted 10 on this one. And it actually is in really like decent shape from the front cover. Look at the front cover. I mean, it's got some edge issues there. Okay. Of course, going to have some spine issues as well. But the colors are really vibrant. It's for the large part no creases or anything. It's really just a nice looking copy there. So I thought, man, $10 for this? this is potentially like, yeah, another great value book. Um, but then I looked on the back, and the back has a big like subscription crease line, and you can tell on the front when you if you look, yeah, you can see it right there. The front has the subscription crease as well. It's just a lot more. It's like a deeper crease in the back, whereas this one, I think, you can see it's not that deep. You could probably press it out, and there's just a little bit of dirt that gives it away, but like doesn't really break color or like it's not, you know what I mean? It's not deep. Thanks. Thanks, B. So this is again just a classic cover. It's actually hilarious. It's like she's defeated the mighty stranger. Now he must keep his promise and marry her. Great Krypton. I never dreamed it could happen. For the first time in my life, I've been beaten by a girl. It's hilarious. It is fun. It's just this is the funniest stuff, right? He can overcome monsters, lift mountains, move planets, but now the Man of Steel is conquered by a girl. What is the secret of the girl who it was mightier than Superman? And I love that these ladies here are just like it's so fashion, so stylish. Get those dresses, yeah, very stylish '60s fashion there. Okay, so yeah, initially I was like, kind of, I saw the subscription crease, and I was like, ah, this could have been a really, like a fine copy. It could have been a fine copy, to be honest. But with that crease, I think it's gonna just knock it down to, VG copy. Who knows with the press? Again, with the press, this might look. Again, the front doesn't reveal it. So when you look on the back, it's just got this, well, a deeper crease, and it's obvious. But I mean, it's outside of that, it's a really nice book. So I still think, in terms of the value, it probably is uh, got a good deal on it. I would imagine this kind of condition, it's still, I'd put it in the $20 range versus a $10 range. But anyway, $10 for a really decent looking copy, and I just love this book. I just love this cover. I know you like it too, fanboy. This is fanboy's home life right here. All right, that's how I think he ended up getting married, right? Right, B. You got you lost the battle, and hence. All right, so the last book, and this is the book that where I really am thankful to Mike because Mike quoted a price, and then he realized what the book was, and he did not reprice it. He kept the price, which is great because I think this book is worth a lot more than what he quoted. So I'm going to just show you the book. He quoted the book for 9.99 or $10. It's like $10, boom. And I was like, yes, yes. He quoted the $10. I'm glad, because he said anything with a price is what that price is. Anything not priced, I can price it. When you get up here. So this one, I thought it has a price. He's probably gonna keep it, and he did. He's like, yeah, $10. And then he realized, or he saw that it was a signed book with dynamic forces COA. So this is I think an event that happened when this book came out. Dynamic forces, DC, they certified 3,000 copies to be signed by Jim, and that's what we got. Um, so, uh, yeah, $10 for this book was a little bit of a steal, I would say. And I would say again, I spent 30 bucks, 30 bucks in total, right? Um, but really, this book alone should have been 30 bucks, probably, if not more. I mean, books with from this is, like this isn't um, this isn't a book you just like get signed at the Comic Con. This is uh, DC. So this was signed um, in 2002 when this book came out, right? Yeah, this was signed at the release of this book. So it's one of those like again 3,000. There's only 3,000 of these. Like you can have a signed Batman 608, but it's not a Dynamic Forces at the time of the launch type event, signing event copy. So yeah, this one's going to carry higher value to collectors just because of when it was signed. It was signed when they were promoting the book. So yeah, when I'm just again, Dave could have just said, hey, or sorry, Mike could have just said, hey, no, I'm not going to sell you the book. Or he could have said, no, you got to give me 30 or you got to give me 50 bucks for this book. He kept it at 10 and all of this here is actually 35. He quoted 35. I actually said, can you do 30? And he did for 30. So we got all these books 30. And then now everybody's like, man, you took advantage of him. Maybe I did a little bit. But we had a good conversation, and so it's not like he's a great guy. So I'm just really again appreciative of Mike for giving me such a great deal. And yeah, like a lot of good books in this haul for 30 bucks. That one there was really the book of the haul, Jim Lee signed book. So anytime you can pick up a Jim Lee signature book, because his signatures now, if I was to take my copy of Batman 608 to the con and get it signed, I'm paying what, 50 bucks, maybe 75 bucks. I think it's gone up now. You'll be paying 75 bucks for a signature. Um, and that's with inflation and whatever, like his signed books are just going for a lot more now. So if you can find and you can still find his signed books in that $20-$30 range, I would definitely encourage you to pick it up because those are becoming less and less frequent now. If you go to eBay, if you go to like Mercari, it's really hard to find Jim Lee signed books now under 50 bucks. They're like going for like 100, 200 now, especially a key book like this one. So um, if you can find them, get them because they're obviously worth more. It's just hard to find them now. Like I'm always checking. I have notifications for this actually, so I'm always checking to see if there's something in like a $10-$20 range. And well, I can just show you in real time here. I haven't checked Mercari for a while, but we'll go to. I have saved searches here. There's 5 new Jim Lee signed books on Mercari. Okay, so this is sort of the search for Now, of course, these aren't, no, half of these aren't Jim Lee books. It's just, this is a search. If you search Jim Lee signed, this is what pops up. In fact, none of these are Jim Lee signed books, except maybe this one here. What is this one? Is that a Jim Lee signed book? Hang on. Signed by Clayton Crane. No. Okay. So none of these are really Jim Lee signed books here. Is this a Jim Lee signed book? No. Wait a minute. Might be. No. It's like a. Well, so okay, here's a Jim Lee signed book, signed by Jim Lee and Stan Lee for $488. Um, so I'm just going to go down the list because there are Jim Lee signed books. But as you can see, this one's $3. Let's see what that is. It's just a Glory issue. It's not a signed book. Glory for $3. That's overpriced. Here's a Jim Lee signed book. There you go. 100. It's numbered. That's nice. So again, I'm just making the point. Here's a Jim Lee signed book. No, it's just a 9.6. The point is, there's just not much. There's not much under $100 for a Jim Lee signed book. Like going through this list, you got 266, 400, 149, 200, 237. For a 7.0 Mark Jewelers, 237. I don't know if that's. This is more like I would pay for this over that previous one. Jim Lee Batman 608 second print. That's actually a pretty good deal. 250. Is it high grade? It looks high grade. Yeah. 250 for that one versus a 7.0 copy. That's a Mark Jewelers. Yeah, that's. Anyway, here's another one. Jim Lee signed Funko for 200. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. This is one I bought. I bought this one for $15. Jim Lee Wildcats one. I bought. It's sitting right here. It's sitting right there. I bought that one. But yeah, like if you tried to buy X-Men 1 signed by Chris Claremont, it's 125. Yeah. Here's a good one. No, it's Phil Jimenez, not Jim Lee. There aren't that many. Here we go. This is still for sale. Jim Lee 90 signature there. $50. That's not bad. But that's again, that just goes to show you how rare Jim Lee signature books are rare. How rare to find them in the $50 range, which I think is a good place to start. Like if you can get a Jim Lee signed book for $50 or less, that's what I would try and target as the price point. But they're getting harder and harder to pick up, but they're out there. Eventually, people, you know, a signed book and probably a lot of copies or just signed books sitting in like people's, sellers' collections or and you know, just varies on what people value that at. But you could probably, again, I got like a triple signed book for like $12 because the collector didn't value it. They didn't value like signatures. They didn't value signature books. So again, um, you're going to uh, be able to pick up stuff value um, in a collection like that. All right. Well, thanks, dude. Yeah, I thought I had this book, a signed copy of this book. Thought I had it, um, but I don't. Turns out I don't. So this is a great addition because all I have all the 608s now, minus maybe one book, which is like a reprint. I have the newsstand. I have the New York exclusive reprint. I have the standard issue of the second print. Now I have the Dynamic Forces signed book. So yes, it's I don't mind. I'll I you know there was a question. I thought I had a signed copy of this one. There was a question whether I did or didn't. But when I saw this book, I was like, I don't care. I'm picking up a knife, even if I do have a signed copy of this book. I don't mind having two signed copies of it, especially if I'm going to pick it up for $10. For damn sure, I'm going to pick it up. So really happy with this one. But yeah, just all of these books. I mean, go back to the some of the other books from this haul that I really, really, really the crypto books. Um, that one, the first Superman Superbook. That's a good one. That's a great one. Um, yeah, all of these are just the She-Hulk cover. All these are just really, really good. And then again, I love the Superman cover here. Um, just love it. I just love how he says, "I never dreamed it could happen. For the first time in my life, I've been beaten by a girl." So, oh man, just um, we've come a long way, haven't we? All right, well, that's it. I'm gonna do something tomorrow night, I'm sure, with my books. So I know for those of you who are watching this video and thinking, didn't you say you're going to go on Saturday night? Um, I always do stuff like this. I always kind of plan stuff, tell you stuff I'm going to do, and then I'm either like 3 hours late, or I do it the very following week, or I do it a day earlier, like in this case. So that is uh, how I plan things. And again, apologies, but for those of you who watch me, you guys are used to it by now. Um, yeah, just I'll do it. I'll just do it by play it by ear kind of the channel. It's a play it by ear kind of channel. So yeah, but we'll get into like pop culture stuff, some of the announcements, some sports related, content tomorrow. The Dodgers are going back to LA for Game 6. Um, so a lot of things happening there. We'll talk about it, and we'll show off more books tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Uh, Looking forward to your live stream tomorrow morning. B, if you're going to do that. And yeah, thanks, Guy Forge, for stopping in. And we'll hang out and do it again tomorrow. Peace.